Hi, welcome back to another M-Step related video. I figured to kick off this video, I would share a few different things that helped me when I was in the classroom preparing my students to take the M-Step test. The first practice I put into place was teamwork. I wanted the students to collaborate through the test prep materials that we were working on. Not every activity had a partner built into it, but most of them did. I wanted the students to build their confidence and learn from the friends around them. The next thing that I tried to do with my students was to create hands-on opportunities. There were times where we had to sit quietly, practice what it sounded like during the M-Step, and get to work. But nothing is more boring than a reading passage after a reading passage. So we took the reading and writing passages that we were studying with and we turned them into hands-on learning opportunities. You can do this in many different ways. Maybe you want your students to complete a reading passage, but when they're done, have them turn it in, check it, and if they get 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 right, let them crumple it up into a ball and try to shoot it into the trash can from as far away as they would like in the room. Just a reminder, before trying any hands-on activities that are new to the students, make sure you go over some expectations. By now in the school year, if you have older students, they are probably able to tell you what the expectations are. By knowing the expectations, you can still hold your students accountable for practicing these test prep techniques. Even though the test is extremely important and we want all of our students to do their best and to be prepared, don't forget to take a step back. We don't want to burn the students out before we get to the test. It's okay to take steps back and not talk about it for a few days. Whether you're a new teacher or an experienced teacher, we sometimes wonder what test prep should actually look like. Test prep should not overwhelm you or your students. Each test prep session should be 30 minutes or less. Before you begin any test prep activities, you should go over any worries or concerns that your students may already have related to the M-Step. And lastly, test prep should include fun. Now that we know what test prep should look like, what does the pacing of test prep look like? Test prep can really be every day if you want it to be. Or if you want to give you and your students a break, you could break it into a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Students also should be prepared for the M-Step, small step by small step. Start with what the M-Step is and why we take it, and move on from there. Then, move to introducing your students to the different sections that they will be taking. Share the different question styles to your students next. True, false, fill in the blank, and so on. You could even have them create their own questions for their friends to answer. Spend multiple days navigating through the test site. You can never be true prepared when it comes to the testing site. Share test prep style questions to students on paper. While you are doing this, create the testing environment where students may not walk around, they can't talk, and they are focused. Lastly, have your students help you plan a large celebration for when everyone is done taking all of their M-Step tests. Here are a few different engaging test prep activities. Again, the Google folder that will be shared with you has many activities in it as well. The look like, sound like, feel like activity is a very powerful one. You will ask your students to show you at the same time, what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like when we take the M-Step? You could even choose one friend in your class to make a wrong choice and see if everyone can tell you how to fix it. Lastly, I wanted to share this dollar store board idea. This is a great way to give students privacy and let them focus.